I'm glad you talked about the media and their activism here, because we've had this huge week in politics here with also the news that Joe Biden issued a statement earlier this week saying that he just discovered somehow that he was suffering from an advanced form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bone. And I mean, we all wish the Bidens all the best for the long road ahead, but Joe, do you really believe that they just found this out?
I'm not a doctor. My wife is an ER doctor. However, she is not the type of person that diagnoses people for cancer. So I've spoken to a couple doctors that do that. And a lot, I would say 90% of them have said that this is the type of cancer that likely existed within Joe Biden. And obviously, we wish him well. You know, we have sympathy. We all lost people that had cancer. Of course, but all that said, the fact that this came out, that he has stage 4 cancer, prostate, that is metastasized to the bone on the day before a book is about to come out about his presidency, and all these cabinet members talking about how his brain had turned to applesauce quite some time ago from a cognitive perspective, and the fact that the Robert Hur tapes were released showing Biden was completely out of it at some points of his presidency, where we don't know who the president was. The timing is very suspicious, and the fact that he probably had this, according to Zeke Emanuel, who is absolutely a Democrat, he's also a doctor, told MSNBC that he thinks that Joe Biden had this as early as 2020 or 2021, and yet they still ran him for president and for re-election, knowing all of these problems because maybe a Dr. Jill Biden wanted the power, or Ron Klain, or Susan Rice, or Kamala Harris all wanted the power when they witnessed what they did in terms of Joe Biden's cognitive ability, and as far as obviously this cancer that we're just learning about now. If I were to guess, if I were to just give you an opinion, I would say no, that this has been known probably for some time within the Bidens. No,
I think you're right. And I think the idea of let's get Trump had blinded them to all other realities. But hey, before I let you go, Joe, I want to just have a little bit of fun here. The other day, Bruce Springsteen, you know, the billionaire rocker with a real chip on his shoulder about Trump, took a spill in Amsterdam, and Trump returned the favor with this little video. Have a look at this. And now, of course, the media has no sense of humor here, and they said, oh, it was an altered and edited video. But come on, these Karens need to lighten up a bit, don't they, Joe?
Oh, I love that. This is like when Donald Trump worked that shift at McDonald's. And I said, well, he wasn't actually hired by McDonald's. This was staged for, of course it was. I mean, come on. It's the same thing with this. Look, I'm from New Jersey. Bruce Springsteen is a Jersey guy as well. It's hard to say you're from New Jersey as a result in terms of Bruce Springsteen turning into like David Hogg's great-grandfather, just yelling at people on stage about Donald Trump. Just play Jungle Land, play Rosalita, Born to Run, and I don't want to hear about the other stuff. I'm here to watch you perform, not lecture us on politics. And look, he's been on the left for a long time. He's been very consistent about that. But there's a condescension to Bruce Springsteen now at this point where that's the exact way that Donald Trump should have pushed back on that. Don't get angry. Don't act like it got you. Just have some fun with it. And he absolutely did. He's got a pretty good swing for a 78-year-old, by the way. I don't hit the ball that way. That I do.
I know I don't hit the ball that hard. Anyway, Joe, thank you so much, as always, for your time.